So this story here is just another example of how the U.S. empire always comes home to roost on the homeland. Whatever we end up doing to black and brown people overseas in the global south with regards to oppression, brutalizing them, that type of technology, those tactics always comes back and gets used on the home population, and that includes things like surveillance and drones. Case in point, Gorgon stare. A persistent eye in the sky may be coming to a city near you. Oh, how wonderful. And this is a Predator drone. The military and drone manufacturers, principally General Atomics, are arguing that the technology has advanced far enough that flying a 79-foot wingspan, 6-ton drone over populated areas alongside commercial air traffic is safe. Wow. We can't get universal health care during a pandemic. We can't get a Green New Deal. We can't get tuition-free college. We can't cancel student loan debt. We can't reduce the massively bloated military budget that is bigger than the next 10 countries combined. We can't get a wealth tax. None of that stuff. But yeah, we can put 6-ton, 79-foot unmanned drones in the sky to surveil you at a moment's notice. Yay, United States, yay. It's just a fucking joke. This country is just a fucking joke. Gorgon stare, this is that 79-foot drone, will be looking at a whole city, so there'll be no way for the adversary to know what we're looking at and we can see everything. The same persistent eye in the sky may be soon deployed to U.S. cities. At the time he made comments about surveillance drones over Afghanistan, Major General James Post was the Air Force top intelligence officer. He's apparently at the Pentagon. Now he's at the FAA. His job was to begin executing the plan to allow those same surveillance drones to fly over American cities. The plan was ordered by Congress in the 2010 NDAA and directed the Department of Defense and Transportation to develop a plan for providing expanded access to national airspace for unmanned aircraft systems of the Department of Defense. Again, just the priorities of the United States government are so fucking out of whack. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Okay, get out of there, whatever that was. If you're thinking this is a partisan issue, think again. Again, both the Democrats and Republicans completely intertwined with the military-industrial complex. Plan has been enacted and expanded under President Bush and Congress of both parties. Again, it was 2010. Obama came in office 2012. If this is important, if you're uncomfortable with a President Biden having the ability to track the movements of every Tea Party or QAnon supporter, you should be. We should all be concerned about President Trump tracking, well, everybody else. Exactly. Along with civil liberties, it's obviously a huge concern. A major concern must be safety. Again, this fucking 79-foot, 6-ton unmanned drone, something goes wrong, there's some type of malfunction with that, it's going to cause potentially a lot of damage, death, and destruction. I mean, and it's coming down from 30,000 feet if something goes wrong, and they're already trying to test it out in San Diego. Last October, General Atomics, maker of this drone, announced they would be flying the biggest, most advanced surveillance drone yet, the Sky Guardian, over the city of San Diego sometime this summer. The stated purpose was to demonstrate potential commercial applications of large drones over American cities. In this case, the drone would be used to survey the city's infrastructure. How about we demonstrate the potential of universal health care so we don't have tens of thousands of people dying each year because they don't have access to health care. So we have tens of thousands of people going bankrupt. So we save money to invest in other programs of social uplift or give that money back to the taxpayer. How about we invest in the potential of that? But when General Atomics first began preparing for the flight, the goal is a very different one. Back in 2017, military and technology analysts were predicting that by 2025, drones similar to those used in Afghanistan and Iraq would be hovering above U.S. cities, relaying high-resolution video of the movement of every citizen to police departments and who knows who else. When there's public pushback to this police department drone use, even a pro-industry reporter called the idea dystopian. General Atomics changed the purpose of the flight from providing data to the police to mapping critical infrastructure in the San Diego region. The FAA has kept the process secret. When the Voice of San Diego, I'm assuming that's a local paper, asked for more information, FAA refused on the grounds that this supposed commercial demonstration was actually military. That's interesting. General Atomics was saying it was to map critical infrastructure. But the FAA was saying, no, we can't give you that info. This is for military. The Voice of San Diego is now suing to get answers. The ASCU has also expressed concern about the flight. And then look, amid the scrutiny, General Atomics quietly announced that the flight was canceled, but this is certain to be a small hiccup in a long-term plan. Wow. General Atomics drones are already being used domestically. U.S. Customs and Border Protection flies the Predator drones over parts of Mexico, U.S.-Canadian border. Look, but recently CBP has expanded their reach, using these drones to assist the police in Minneapolis, San Antonio, and Detroit in the wake of protests against police brutality. Deeply concerned members of Congress wrote to the federal agencies denouncing the chilling effect of government surveillance on law-abiding Americans and demanding an immediate end to surveilling peaceful protests. Again, we should also be outraged when these surveillance tools are used on people overseas, people in the global south, Afghanistan, Iraq, Pakistan, different parts of Africa, Iran, wherever. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean, for fuck's sake, like, that one drone would be capable of surveilling a whole city. A whole city. Hugely, hugely concerning. And so these Predator drones are the ones that have been flying over these protest areas, as well as CBP using them. Always got money for war, weapons of destruction and death, and surveillance for the empire, while everything else literally crumbles by the wayside. The U.S. is a failed state unless you're part of the capitalist class. That is for damn sure.